Good morning, students. Today, I would like to discuss about poster making and how will you write in your exam. So, let's see what is making things. Now, first of all, this is the definition you can see here. A poster is a large notice announcing or advertising something. Okay, whenever you travel somewhere, you find this type of poster everywhere, or you can see it as a hoardings, right? So, this is just a poster. It generally creates social awareness about any problems or needs. Whenever you go, you just see that what are the posters about. It is about, for example, Beti Bachao, Save the Earth, blood donation. So this is something about social awareness and the problems and the needs, right? It also conveys a social message in an eye-catching way. Now I told you that in eye-catching way means sometimes by seeing you can understand the thing very clearly. That's why this is the way to convey the social message to the people, and that poster must be an eye-catching. Eye-catching means each and every person who passes by from that place, they can see the picture and at least they can read and they can get the message from that poster, right? So this is the usefulness, or you can say the advancement, or the conveying message that why we are using posters to in the public place, right? Or anywhere you can find. Now, what are the main features of a poster? So, the first one is the layout. That when you see the poster, then you find the creative title, the form of slogan or rhyming word, right? So, पहले तो whenever you see the post, वहाँ पे बेटी बचाओ, okay? तो ऐसे कोई हो सकता है. Now, here there is some example. Speed thrills but kills. Whenever you go on an express highway, you can also see in Gujarati also Jadapni, Maja Motni Saja. Right? So this type with rhyming words are also used. For example, other example is that pollution needs a solution. So here it is a rhyming scheme also, and green is killing. So this type of layout, or you can say the slogans will be used in the poster. Okay, next one is that you can use matchstick figures for illustrations, right? So आप कोई figures भी use कर सकते हो for your illustration or to give the examples. Okay, later on I'll give you the example of this one also. Next, proper spacing and proportionality heading and illustration. There should be proper space and illustration के heading और illustration में थोड़ा space होना चाहिए. There should be date, time, venue must be mentioned in case of an event. If the poster is about an event, then there should be the date, timing, or venue that you have to mention if it is in an event poster. Okay, next, a poster displays a message or an appeal to create awareness. So I told you that if there, to show or to give the information about any event, then you can also use the poster. And this is also used for the message that you want to appeal or want to have an awareness in the public. Then also poster can be used. The content should be organized in an appropriate style. So whenever you write a poster, your content must be organized way. Next, use appropriate expressions and correct language. Now, sometimes you have seen the posters that are not catchy, and sometimes it is ambiguous. Ambiguous means there are the double meanings are there. That's not conveying the exact meaning and correct language. Sometimes you found that there is the mistakes in using the language while writing a poster. So sometimes you also find out the mistakes in the poster also. The theme should be clear. अगर आप कोई पोस्टर लिख रहे हो, then the theme, that if it is asked about on a girl, then your theme should be clear in the poster. The poster should be creative and related to the content, and theme should not be work, right? अगर आपका जो भी पोस्टर है, that should be creative होना चाहिए, and the content and the theme must be related with the poster. जो भी आप क्रिएटिव कर रहे हो या कोई ड्राइंग दे रहे हो पोस्टर में, that should be related to the content and the theme. It doesn't mean that your picture shows something and you are writing something on in a theme. So that should be correlationship. Okay. Content should be organized. Okay, hoga. The poster, do not spend much time on illustration. Now, while writing a poster, so please don't spend so much time to giving an examples on illustration. Written language and expression will only help you to score better, right? Agar if you are unable to find out any related illustration, then written expression and language also can help you to get a good marks in poster making. Okay. Next, name of the issuing authority or the organization is a must. अगर आप कोई भी पोस्टर लिख रहे हो, that you have to write down the issuing authority and the organization's name. That should be that. Okay. Yeah, I hope you understand this. This is the things that you have to keep in mind while writing the poster making. Now let's look at the tips to attempt a question on poster making. Now while you are attempting a question on a poster making, that how will you start writing? Okay. Essentially a very brief communication with a compelling, visual and powerful message. A poster is always prepared with a particular target audience in mind. So whenever you are writing a poster, first you understand that this message is for which type of audience or which type of group is this. If this is for kids or kindergarten, so you have to use that type of visual and powerful message related to that target audience, right? If it is for elder or if it is for young, so according to the first you have to find out while reading the question that which are the audience and who are the audience who you have to target, and you have to keep in mind while having a writing a poster. Okay, so here आपने the first thing that आपको क्या करना है कि you have to find out the audience. आपको audience find out करना है. It is very clearly mentioned the theme or topic, the schedule of an event and the respective occasion. It can be of the following type. अगर आपको टॉपिक शेड्यूल क्या क्या करना है वो आपको नीचे से पता चलेगा that how can be followed. An appeal for awareness or support, help for action, a warning or caution, right? So अगर आपका पोस्टर कोई अपील है या फिर कोई सपोर्ट है या फिर कोई हेल्प है या कोई डेंजर क्वेश्चन है, तो उसके लिए आपको ध्यान में रखना है that first you find out the theme of the topic in the form of an invitation like posters for carnival fairs and concert exhibitions and etc. So this type of also questions will be asked on a posters to make on the invitation of carnivals and on concert and exhibition. The poster can be also asked on workshop and also on seminar. कि अगर आपको कोई सेमिनार करना है उसके लिए भी आपको पोस्टर लिखना पड़ेगा. That can be asked in your exam. Now let's see the format of a poster. Now here you have to write down in a bracket in a full box also. So here you have to write down name of issuing author. This I told you earlier also. This is must in writing the poster. Okay. Now here is the tagline. आपकी tagline क्या है वो आपको यहाँ पे लिखनी है. Okay. Now name and the title of the event, even if it is about exhibition, workshop, and etc. Tagline के बाद what is tagline? Or I told you that save the earth, एंड ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ टैगलाइन, और उसके बाद आपको इवेंट का नाम लिखना है। स्पेशल अट्रैक्शन, अगर आपको अट्रैक्ट करना है ऑडियंस को, देन यू हैव टू शो समथिंग हियर एज अ स्पेशल अट्रैक्शन। आपको लिखना नहीं है यहाँ पे, डोंट हैव टू राइट अबाउट स्पेशल, आपको वो स्पेशल अट्रैक्शन यहाँ पे आप ऐड कर सकते हैं। इलस्ट्रेशन विद अ कैप्शन, यहाँ पे आप जो भी इलस्ट्रेशन लिखते हो दैट विल बी इन अ कैपिटल लेटर, ओके, और कैप्शन भी आप लिख सकते हो। व्हेन, इट मींस यहाँ पे आपको डेट लिखनी है। वेयर, ओके, आपको कहाँ पे जाना है वो प्लेस लिखनी है। देन आफ्टर एंट्री फीस इफ एनी, अगर कोई कॉन्सर्ट हो या कोई फेयर के लिए आपको पोस्टर लगाना हो या कुछ भी कि जिसकी फीस लगेगी, then you have to write down the entry fees if any, okay, and next, that is other relevant information. If it is there other information, then you have to write down that information, and that last you have to write out the contact for information. So I hope you understand that the format of a poster कैसा होना चाहिए. These are things that you have to keep in mind while writing. Now, what is issuing authority? I told you that by whom or by which organization the poster is being published. Suppose if you are writing a poster for a blood donation, so यहाँ पे आपको लिखना पड़ेगा that this poster की authority कौन है? So the Lions Club, because this is organized by Lions Club. This is the just example. Okay, next, tagline of the event. I told you that tagline must be catchy होनी चाहिए and according to the questions आपको लिखनी है and related to the occasion. It should be clearly visible कि आपको दिखनी चाहिए. That is very catchy. यही बहुत important है, and you will get marks from this tagline also. And here you can also give your creativity that what you are thinking and what is your thinking level is. Thus it can be bold, underline on capital. आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, उसको bold कर सकते हो, underline कर सकते हो और capital भी कर सकते हो. So for that is very important. Is tagline, आपकी tagline बहुत important है. Then after, title of the event, मैंने बताया ही है, short as per the question. When you read the question, you come to know that what will be the tagline, sorry, title of the event. Next, special attraction. About suppose if you are writing a poster and this is optional, for example, you are writing a poster and for attract the people, that you can also write. Today we are going to talk about title का event आपका हो सकता है on a youth का आपका थीम है. Then if you write the guest speaker is Jay Vasauda and the other is that Kajal Ojaved. So from the attraction, special attraction, you can attract the audience also. So it is optional, but I say that you must have to write. Illustration. अगर आपको illustration लिखना है तो आप लिख सकते हो. It involves pictorial representation. तो illustration में आप pictorial representation भी कर सकते हो. For example, a drop of blood for a blood donation camp. अगर आपको बेटी बचाओ के लिए कुछ लिखना है तो छोटी लड़की का कोई ऐसा इलस्ट्रेशन और पिक्चर भी आप रख सकते हो. और अगर ये ब्लड डोनेशन के लिए है तो ड्रॉप ऑफ रेड ब्लड वो भी आप पिक्चर में ले सकते हो. Then after you have to write down the date, time and venue, which is very important, and please be careful while writing this because it is very important. Even the real posters we found the mistakes about time and venue. It's a point you cannot risk forgetting. Now here, please remember, don't forget to write this. And last, that is the contact information. If it is required or if it is any case, then target audience should have someone to contact you. Now वो आप लिख सकते हो. Okay, now I hope you understand here. Now let's move to the next. Things to remember while attempting a question on poster making. Okay, अगर क्लास 12 में भी है और क्लास 11 में भी आएगा तो अगर पोस्टर मेकिंग है तो आप कैसे कर सकते हो. So it it should not strictly exceed the prescribed word limit of 50 words. Now your poster making should be 50 words. Please don't exaggerate your poster with so many words and to impress the backy examiner. Okay, so you have to write down pinpoint, right? To the point you have to write down, and there is the word limit of 50 words. It should be done in a box. I told you आपको box में ही लिखना है. Make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spelling. So I told you earlier also that this is also in real poster. Whenever you observe any poster, you find any mistakes, also grammatical or spelling mistakes in Gujarati or English also. So please double check after writing your poster. They carry marks. If you have a grammatical mistake, then you definitely your marks will be cut. Practice previous year question paper questions. अगर आपके पास previous year का questions paper है, you find out on the net also and practice on it to make a poster. Now what should do's and don'ts? Make sure it fits within one page only. एक ही page में आपको लिखना है in a box. Next, use sharp pencil. Sharp pencil use करना so that dark भी लिख सकते हो. बोल्ड एंड अंडरलाइन इम्पोर्टेंट इन इंफॉर्मेशन. अगर आपको इंफॉर्मेशन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, then you have to write down then in a bold, or you can also underline that thing also. Now don't, no usage of short forms or slang. आप कोई भी short form and slangs का use नहीं कर सकते in a poster. Suppose and लिखना है, then you have to write down A and D. There is no need to write the and. It is not acceptable. Or any short forms, अगर short form है वो भी आप use नहीं कर सकते हो. तो please का PLS ऐसा नहीं लिख सकते हो. So as soon as possible तो वो भी नहीं लिख सकते हो. इसका short form आपको full length में लिखना है. Don't exceed the prescribed word limit. I told you earlier also that if it is about 50 words limit, then you don't have to exaggerate your topic or your theme. To the point you have to write down. Now let's have an example. Here you can see that your school one question answer which is asked in 2010 Delhi. Your school Kendriya Vidyalaya Burdwan is going to organize a Diwali Mela. Design a poster to inform the students about various activities connected with this. Ask them to participate in the Mela. You are Divya or Divar. Okay, now here you have to mention that if you are a girl, then you have to write down the Divya, and if you are a boy, then you have the Diva. Now here you can see the answer that how it can be written as a poster making, right? So here आपको पूरा एक box में लिखना है. This is the you can see the whole authority and you can see the organization's name. Invites one and all to come and participate. यहाँ पे आपको पूरा मिल जाएगा. देखो. To inform our various sector connected with ask them to participate in Mela, right? So read the questions for 2 times so that you can understand the exact word. So invite one and all to come and participate in Grand Diwali Mela. यहाँ पे भी है. So Diwali Mela. So here you can say, and I told you that if you want to highlight, then make a bold letter, and you can also underline the school lawn. तो आपको यहाँ पे place भी don't forget to write. I told you that don't forget to write this one also. So then after in the school lawn on 26, देखो no slang and any word आपको use नहीं करना है. Okay, 2010. This is the timing 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now here this is the theme or important things that is needed, that the 2 days of fun-filled activities. वहाँ पे क्या क्या होना? So this is the illustration. You can also say that to attract the students. Snack stores, amusement rides, sales of diyas and candles, rangoli making. Okay. Now here if it is an entry ticket fees, तो आपको यहाँ पे उसका जिक्र करना है. That student attendee on showing iPad say no to crackers, right? So here this illustration line also they have used to attract the audience. Okay, next. यहाँ पे दूसरा है prepare a poster in not more than 50 words on kindness to animal to be displayed in city and public places, appealing to people to show kindness to animals. You are a secretary of Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Delhi. Okay. Now here you can also see that how it is written. Okay. Be kind to animals. Okay. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So here they have used the tagline. Okay. Animals are living creatures. So बहुत अच्छे से उसने लिखा है. Animals are living creatures who do not deprive them of right to live. Now highlight. Respect life in all the forms. Okay. Here you can see that it's a very good example of poster making issued for public awareness. Now this is the target audience by किसने लिखा है Secretary Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Delhi. Now again there is one example also say no to crackers. So here he has used the illustration very good pictorial messages that he gave that the Diwali let's find full mind. Okay, very good. Issue में कोई भी ऐसा इस टॉपिक नहीं है कि जो छूट गया हो. Very good example. Okay, here there are the questions. You can also see that here one question is that you are teaching your school is organizing a workshop. थोड़ी देर रहने देते हैं. You just write down and try to prepare a poster and poster highlighting the danger of pollution and one another poster you can also write on a blood donation in your school. So please write down this poster and in your notebook also poster making so you can have the practice also in this. I hope you understand. So now let's talk about something else. Have a nice day. Hello students. We have done with the poster making. Now let's move to the summary writing. So first of all, let's see that what is the summary writing is. Okay, what is summary writing? Summary writing is the act or the formal writing process of creating or making a conclusion using a few words to highlight the most important information of an essay, speech, or other address. Have I told you that whenever any essay or speech or passage is given, that how will you highlight it in a small or in a very different way? And you can say that in a short way that making a conclusion. So that is a formal writing. Summary क्या है? That is a formal writing. Note making is not a formal writing. So summary is a formal writing. It is done by choosing the most essential elements that the writer has stated in the main body or main dialogue and try to present it briefly once again at the last part. Okay. The summary क्या होती है? That whenever the speaker is speaking anything and when you write anything, writer is writing anything, and you find out the important things in a main body and main dialogue, and you can briefly present it once again at the last part. Last में जब हम पूरा passage लिखते हैं, so that is a summary. This is an effective way of letting the reader recall and remember what transpired and make them live once again. So, मैं भी कई बार आपको पता है that whenever I start a new chapter or a continued chapter, I repeat the summary once again so that it can be recalled right in your mind. Summary writing offers an opportunity for the writer to express any last or final word as takeaway for the readers. Now, this why this summary is there. Sometimes what happens, the writer is writing anything and some of the things will be forgotten or they get the opportunity to tell the reader at the last. Okay. Now, here you can see that. Just a second. Proficient students understand the summarizing, identifying what is most important and restating the state in your own words. What does it mean? कि अगर आप बहुत प्रोफेशनल स्टूडेंट हो तो आप एक ही बारे में आप पढ़ने के बाद आपको पता चल जाएगा that what is the main idea and you how to restating the text or an other media in your own words. वही copy paste आपको नहीं करना. That's why I told you whenever you read the video of mine, after watching that video, you have to write down your own summary if you remember. And if you have written, then very good. And that was also one practice of summary writing. After all, if you really know a subject, you will be able to summarize it. अगर आपको पूरा सब्जेक्ट के बारे में पता चल जाएगा, then you can able to write. You have memorized all the facts about it. You can be absolutely sure that you have not learned it. अगर if you are memorized the thing, then you are unable to write the summary. If the fact is that you have to learn the thing, अगर आप learn नहीं करोगे, then you are unable to write. Memorize करोगे, then you are unable to write and unable to understand and learn the thing. And if you truly learn the subject, you will be. जो अभी अब मैंने बोला था कि मैंने at that time also in my video lecture and in my teaching also I told you that whenever you write the question answer, read the question, then read the answer and write down by learning or by understanding. You have to write down the answer. So this is the same thing that he is telling us. Okay. They understand that if they can write a one or two sentence summary of each paragraph after reading it, then that is a good sign that they have correctly understood. So this is the thing that I want in you guys. Whenever you read anything, for example, any newspaper, any magazine, or about your book also, and if you read one or two sentences, and if you are able to paraphrase in one or two sentences, then this is the good sign that you are understand correctly. This is also the technique of understanding the text. If you cannot summarize main idea of the paragraph, so that is also repair understanding. आपको understanding repair करनी है. In summary writing, you don't have to memorize the thing. Okay. Now let's look at what is the format of summary writing. Writing the summary, when writing the summary, remember that it should be in the form of paragraph. This is a very important thing. Your summary should be in a paragraph. आपको वो points लिख के या dots यहाँ पे जैसे dots लिखा है ना वैसा आपको नहीं करना है. You have to write down in a form of paragraph. A summary begins with an introductory sentence that states the text, title, author, main point of the text as you see. So आपका paragraph कहाँ से start होगा? Introduction से. And what will it cover? Introduction. Introduction will cover the title, author, and main points of the text as you see in the paragraph. A summary is written in your own words. Please be careful that summary is written in your own words. आपके own words में ही ये होना चाहिए. A summary contains only the ideas of original text. और अगर आप अपना, it doesn't mean कि आपको अपने वर्ड्स में लिखना है, so don't distract from the main idea of the original paragraph or original text. Do not insert any of your own opinion, interpretation, deduction, or comments into a summary. This is very important thing. If I told you that this in your own word, it doesn't mean that you have to write down your own thoughts or opinions and any comments, and you deduct something and add your thought. So please remember, please don't do this. Identify in order the significant subclaim the author uses to defend the main point, right? So what are the sub points and what are the main points? You must know the difference between the main point and sub point. अगर author कोई भी बोल रहा है तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. Copy word for word 3 separate passages from the essay that you think support or defend the main point of essay as you see it. Okay, word to word आप copy कर सकते हो and you can write that you think of support or defend. Cite each passage by signaling the work and the author. Put quotation mark around the passage you choose and put the number of the paragraph where the passage can be found immediately after the passage. यहाँ पे it means that 2-3 पैराग्राफ होगा, अगर है तो आप उसको कोटेशन मार्क्स में लिख के उसके नीचे आप पैसेज लिख सकते हो immediately after the passage. But हाँ, इसमें नहीं आएगा, don't worry. Using source material from the essay is important. Why? Because defending claims with source material is what you will be asked to do when writing papers for your college professors. Okay? This is not for you guys. आपको एग्जाम के लिए ये नहीं है. Write the last sentence that wraps up for summary, often a simple refreshing of main part. Last जो आपका sentence है, तो वो रैप करना है, मीन्स पूरा पैराग्राफ का एक रिफ्रेश मेन पॉइंट आपका लास्ट सेंटेंस होना चाहिए कि नाउ दिस पैसेज इज अबाउट दिस. When you paraphrase material from a source, you restate the information from an entire sentence or passage in your own words. आपको पूरा own words में लिखना है using your own original sentence structure. आपको कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं करना है सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर, आपका अपना कोई सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए. A paraphrase source differs from summarized source in that you focus on restating the idea, not condensing text. Okay, a paraphrase source जो अगर आप paraphrase कर रहे हो, that is different from a summarized source in that you focus on restating the idea, not condensing them. Restating आपको करना है, आपको उसको डिफेंड नहीं करना है समरी में, ठीक है, अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू नहीं लिखना है. It is important to check your paraphrase against the source material to make sure it's both accurate and original. आपका देखना चाहिए, चेक करना है कि बराबर है ना, कि ओरिजिनल है, एक्यूरेट है. Inexperienced writers sometimes use the thesaurus method of paraphrasing, that is, they simply rewrite the source material, replacing most of the words with synonyms. Thesaurus एक ऐसा डिक्शनरी है, वहाँ पे आपको each and every type of word or of synonyms and antonyms you find. Some of the writers क्या करते हैं, you just change your sentences by replacing the words with synonyms. तो आपको वो करना नहीं, आपको full structure replace करना है और write down your own words. This constitutes the misuse of source. अगर ये करोगे तो ये पूरा के related नहीं आएगा. Next, how to assess summary writing. अगर आप कोई summary writing लिखते हो तो उसको assess कैसे करते हैं, टीचर उसको कैसे मार्क्स देते हैं. So look at the essential element and factors of the summary और essay का. आप जो भी ऐसे लिखते हो तो उसको पहले वो क्या कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं, essential elements and factors आपने लिखा है कि नहीं. So consciousness of the general statement. आपने जनरल स्टेटमेंट में आपका कॉन्शियसनेस है कि नहीं. नेक्स्ट, इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ हाउ इट वाज रिटन. समरी राइटिंग इज योर सेंटेंसेस आर इफेक्टिव और नॉट, एंड ओवरऑल ऑफ इम्पैक्ट ऑफ समरी. आपका पूरा समरी रीड करने के बाद इज देयर एनी इम्पैक्ट ऑन द रीडर और ऑन द टीचर, दैट इज आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. Summary writing requires the ability to not overstate an idea as become repetition. You do not have to repeat the summary statement again and again. The smart goal and purpose of summary writing is to provide only the highlights or the most important details. आपको क्या करना है? You don't have to repeat the things. आपको यही करना है. You have to highlight the most important details. जनरलाइजेशन आपको नहीं करना है, okay, which are out of the topic because causes confusion to the reader. Limit your sentence. Summary is a short recall or statement. So what was discussed in the whole discourse, therefore you should not make it longer than सेंटेंस। ओके, आपको बहुत सारा लिखना नहीं है। अगर रिकॉल स्टेटमेंट जो समरी आती है, यूज लॉजिकल रीजनिंग मीन दैट same line or argument analysis for your main subject. Avoid repetition of the words. आपको क्या करना है? Repetition of words भी avoid करने हैं. I hope you understand कि summary writing कैसे लिखते हैं, and this is very important. And let's see one another thing that this is a short thing that we'll start with the getting the point. Summarize. अभी मैं पूरा टॉपिक को समराइज करती हूँ, ठीक है? शॉर्ट, just a second. Short account of central ideas of a text. आपको central idea को short में लिखना है. Summaries are not a place for opinions, background knowledge and personal information. आपको अपना कुछ भी उसमें लिखना नहीं है. No opinion, no personal information. How to summarize? आप कैसे करोगे? Read the text. If you don't understand, read it again. Don't let big words scare you. If you find a big words, don't scare about it. आप scare मत होना. Okay, next, ask what was this text about. Now ask yourself again and again. If you are not getting the getting the answer of what was this text about, then read it again. Okay, और आपका आंसर ये आना चाहिए. The text should be a complete sentence or two, should cover main point and key ideas, should be in your own word and shouldn't just be a word or two. Okay, एक दो वर्ड में आपको समरी लिख के आगे नहीं जाना. Should it go in my summary? Only major ideas and necessary information should go into a summary. Summary में यही जाएगा. Ask yourself, do you need this information to understand the text? अगर आप टेक्स्ट रीड करते हो तो याद रखो कि दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर राइटिंग माय समरी. तो वही आप याद रखो. बाकी जो अलग चीजें हैं वो इट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, देन लीव इट. इफ द आंसर इज जस्ट पुट इट इन योर ओन वर्ड्स इन योर समरी. अगर आंसर है कि नहीं ये हमारी समरी में आएगा, देन यू हैव टू राइट डाउन इन योर ओन वर्ड. मेन आइडिया एंड की पॉइंट. The main idea is what the text about. आपको यही चीज करनी है कि main idea क्या है. Then our key points are arguments or information that is used to support the main. उसके नीचे आपको key point जो support करते हैं main idea को, that you have to find out. Key points may be developed or elaborated with supporting details. उसमें supporting details भी दी होगी, so that is also useful to develop your ideas. Okay. Your summary should only include main ideas, key points, not supporting ideas. Supporting ideas नहीं होनी चाहिए. For example, text है ये पूरा. Okay, I am not going to read. Now, incorrect example response 1. This text is about penis. This response is too short. अगर आप ऐसा लिख के आओगे so this is not your answer, correct answer. It does not include any key ideas. कोई idea इसी नहीं है. Now अगर response to ऐसा आता है कि in 90s copper penny is worth a lot money, copper was hard to remember. Okay, too much unnecessary stuff. Main idea is not clear. यहाँ पे main idea clear नहीं है. Now this is the correct example. This text is about two very rare and valuable pennies. The 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny. Now includes key information. Doesn't include unnecessary key. Yes, is a complete sentence. देखो आप एग्जाम्पल देखो, पूरा ये पैराग्राफ है. ये अगर आप रीड करोगे तो उसमें से आपको पता चलेगा कि दिस इज द राइट 2 और 3 सेंटेंस में पूरे पैराग्राफ का उसने समरी लिखा है. तो दिस इज द थिंग दैट यू कैन. अगर प्रैक्टिस करनी है so let's see the summarizing nursery rhymes. Okay, we'll read each nursery rhyme, summarizing the nursery rhyme, include any key information, we'll discuss our question. अगर ये नहीं पूछा जाएगा, I just give you the practice. Ilse Vilse spider climbed the water. Down came the rain. Okay, so pulling hand. Then after Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Okay, now the third one is Old Mother Hobart ran to the cupboard. Now Jack and Jill वाली है. Let's Miss Moffat sat on a tuffet eating some pod and way along. Okay. Now अगर आप स्पाइडर वाली जो पोएम है उसको आप समरी करेंगे तो दिस समरी इज द स्पाइडर फेयर बट गॉट अप अगेन. ओके. एक वाली दूसरी and एक फेयर and was in repeatedly broke. A woman had no food to feed her dog.